break the fight down yet, man, because I got the most unpopular opinion out of everybody on Chris Colbert versus Valenzuela. Okay? I did not see it as a robbery. I actually am one of the few that's willing to stand here 10 toes down, and I don't even like Chris Colbert. But I was sitting here watching it with my son and my brother, and at the end of the fight, I had it scored for Colbert. I know that's unpopular, but just because I hate the kid don't mean I can't score the fight for him. Yeah, y'all got, distracted with this knockdown in the first round. Fine, no problem. That's a 10-8 round. Yeah, he might have buzzed him a couple of times during the fight, but them couple of times during the fight don't mean he wins those rounds. Chris Colbert was outboxing Valenzuela. Period. So I don't consider it a robbery. Now, if you have Valenzuela winning, I don't have no problem with it. None. But you should not have a problem with Chris Colbert getting the victory and getting his hand raised. The fight was close, in my opinion. Was it close to you?
Yeah, I agreed with I believe it was 95-94 for all three judges. I agree with that. All three of us sitting in this living room watching the fight had Colbert winning just because he was moving, he was sticking, he was using his game plan, he was using his tools more effectively, he was engaging when he needed to engage, and of course he was blocking shots and moving out of danger. I think his ring generalship and ring IQ took him over the edge over that fight, and he did overcome a first round knockout. Did he get hit a couple of times? Yes. But boxing is two things, right? Hit, not get hit. People judge it by the ring generalship. And I think the ring generalship that Colbert showed throughout the fight was definitely in his favor. I think he used his speed and his abilities to the best that he could. There was a lot of booing. I understand it was a very pro-Mexican crowd. But the facts are the facts. The judges saw it the right way. And for all three judges to see it the same, that means that it was really, really evident that Colbert outboxed him. That's just the way I think on that one.
But I think the same way, man. Now, if you had it 95, 94, one way or the other, I'm cool with that. I'm okay if you had Valenzuela 95, 94. Just like I'm cool with 95, 94 for Colbert. What I ain't cool with is people out here saying highway robbery. They had to be ashamed of themselves. And listen, and it all stems from the hate that everybody has, including myself. I got a lot of hate for Chris Colbert. But I can't sit here and lie, man. I can't sit here. Look, I was looking at the Twitter timeline. I'm like, everybody just jumped on the bandwagon. It's a robbery. Instead of standing 10 toes down and saying what you actually saw. I think that's soft to me, man. I don't care. I had him winning. If Valenzuela had a problem with it, he should have done something about it. He should have tried to finish him in that first round. That's his fault. You let the fight go on, and Chris Colbert was outboxing him. Come on, man. Let's be serious, man. He was getting outboxed, man.
Yeah, he definitely outboxed the guy. And even though they're saying that he missed a lot of shots and they believe that El Rayo had better defense, I don't really agree because he was getting popped. Colbert was going right and lefty. He was switch hitting on him. He was having hella success when he switched over to left-handed. I don't know what to say. He was faster, and he was definitely showing that he was in charge. I mean, just because you go forward doesn't mean that your aggression is effective aggression and that you're winning the rounds. Going forward does not mean effective aggression and winning the rounds. A lot of people, Pacquiao versus Marquez. Pacquiao was going forward. Marquez knocked him out. Going forward always doesn't mean effective aggression. Just because El Rayo was going forward doesn't mean he was being effective with his aggression, his pressure.
Man, not only that, man. And I see people saying, run it back, run it back. Chris Colbert kept telling them in the ring, we can run it back, we can run it back. I did not see Valenzuela say, okay, let's run it back. Where was Valenzuela's energy to respond to Chris Colbert when Chris Colbert was telling him, we can run it back? I ain't no punk, I ain't no bitch. we can run this back. Valenzuela wasn't saying shit to that.
No, actually, he was trying to get sympathy from the commentators. He was trying to get sympathy from the crowd. He was trying to get sympathy from anybody that would hear him. Like, hey, I thought I won the fight, but he did say it on the mic at the end after he was like, yo, did you think I lost the fight? No, I think I won the fight. Yo, when you lose, man, lose with some freaking dignity, man. Lose with some freaking dignity and then run it back. Do what you got to do. You want to sell the next fight? Start talking trash right there and then, you know, but I don't know. I just didn't like, I didn't like I didn't like a few things. I didn't like the tongue sticking out and whatnot. I didn't like the fact that he was trying to be Rayo was trying to be the victim when he clearly lost in a lot of people's eyes. I know Twitter had it 74% that Rayo won, but come on, man. You got to take your emotions out of this. This is boxing, you know, and you gotta look at the things objectively.
And this is the thing as well, man. And y'all ain't gonna like this either. But like I said, I speak my mind. By the way, salute to everybody in the chat, man. I'm having a hard time seeing who's coming in. I see Tay Tay, I see Opulent LD, Combat Toolbag, Ghost, Frontline, Jose Diaz, Crush the Legend. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Let me say this, bro. And like I said, man, this is the way I look at it, man. Chris Colbert is definitely the better boxer. Run it back, run it back, run it back. What's going to happen if they run it back? Chris Colbert is going to come in better with a better game plan than he did last night. It's going to be worse for Valenzuela, in my opinion, man. That's just what I see. When you got a boxer that can actually box his ass off, they're going to make the right adjustments on a rematch. That's just what it is, man. Look, I don't like the guy, and I see everybody, you know, calling him all kind of names. That's cool. I don't mind that shit. Like I said, I don't like the guy either. But I'm not going to get on the microphone and cap about the situation just because I don't like the kid. That's all I'm saying. And that's how I saw the fight. 95, 94, Chris Colbert. Stop with this robbery shit. It ain't no robbery. Well, if you don't want to stop it, go ahead. You can say it, but I just ain't going to buy it, man.